Catchy Connie and loudmouth Linda, keeping it real, no agenda. Satire, truth, and a whole lot of fun. Politics, crime, we get it all done. From breaking news to a joke or two, we do it our way just for you. We just can't make this stuff up. 1 year strong and we ain't gonna stop. Mic in hand, voices loud, shouting truth, making you proud.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good evening. And it's Monday, and I have a smile on my face. Something's wrong with that picture. Big picture. Something's wrong with that big picture.
I have a smile on my face, and it's Monday because I only had the kids for 3 hours today.
Yay! Yay!
Daddy came home from work at 11 o'clock. Yep.
It was a quite interesting day. Lots of fun things have done. They've smashed silver down from $81 down to what, 73 now? Dude, come on! You don't get any more corrupt and crooked than that, you know.
I saw a post today on Facebook on Marketplace, and I can't remember what they were selling. They were selling something, and it was kind of expensive. And it said, cash or will trade for silver.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, go ahead. Trade for silver because silver's going down right now. And it won't be for long. But
Right.
I had a request today before we continue. I had a request today. Donna would like us to say a prayer for her friend Holly. She's she's very sick and needs our prayers. So if you will add Holly to your prayer list, that would be amazing.
Okay. I like the shirt. It's cute.
Look, it's a paint can.
Oh, that's cute.
And it's painting all the way down my shirt. Because you know what? I could do that. For real. That could happen for real. I could do it. I'm just not very graceful.
Because I'm not very graceful.
I could throw paint all over my shirt, and that's what that would be. So we're talking today about what lurks in the dark. Needs to pay rent. Don't you think?
Well, whoever's living in the basement here with me, they need to pay me rent for my shirt. Give it back.
Give me back my shirt. I don't even want the money. Just bring me back
my shirt. I waited for a slow boat from China for that shirt.
Truly a slow boat. All right.
I got it from Shein.
Yeah, then it came from a slow boat from China. Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Somebody stole my shirt, you guys. That's what we're talking about. Nobody comes in the basement. Nobody's been in the house.
It's the lurking people in the dark.
The shirt I bought for New Year's Eve is gone. Just poof. Gone.
It's amazing how things can just disappear into thin air. Gone. Yeah. My mom gave me, like I was telling Linda, my mom gave me a Christmas tablecloth it's been probably 10 years ago. And for the last 5 years, I've been looking for it because I put it in a safe place. So last year we found it in that safe place, right? And I said, well, you know what? This won't happen to us again. I'm going to put it in a safe place and I'm going to remember it. Yeah. Well, I hunted for that for 2 weeks and still didn't find it. And I still haven't found it. So wherever it is in that safe place, it's really safe.
Right.
It's really safe.
I mean, this caused me to go into a deep clean. I mean, deep clean, and I'm not even done.
It's crazy. It's crazy how things happen like that. I mean, how do things just how do things just disappear? Of course, okay. And in saying that, we can say, how do things just disappear? How do $9 billion, which is on the uptick, going higher and higher and higher, how does that money just disappear? Just
You know, I wish somebody would just make money disappear into my bank account.
it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to fill out forms that say you're a business, and you have to get you a building that says you're a business, and you have to paint Mickey Mouse on the inside so it looks like there's kids running around in there. And then the government will pay you for all the kids that you have that you really don't. And there you go. See, you really don't have to babysit because there's really no kids. But the government will pay you for the kids that you don't have. Hey, like that.
I'd like to know how come Minnesota pays for daycare. The government.
Well, it's the people that don't have the money to pay for daycare that the government pays for them. They apply because they don't have the money to be able to pay for daycare. So they apply, and then, do you know it's 47 degrees here? Anyway,
Wow.
they apply for this help to pay for their daycare so that they can work, and but they really don't have any kids and they don't work, and then they pay these daycares. Yeah. And probably the people that are applying probably work at these daycares. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. You can't make this stuff up. There's just
No.
no way that all of this, people will believe anything. They'll believe
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Just because it's like I heard a long, long, long time ago. It was a joke, and it said, "I'm going to open a bank. Hi, my name's Fred, and I'm going to open a bank, and I'm going to open a Fred's bank, and I'll put your money right here in the store because I'm Fred and I own a bank." I mean, how does that work like that? How does it work like that? Tell me. That's how intelligent
You know
and
how it works? You know how it works like that?
Hmm.
You can't be an American in America to open a bank.
Oh, Fred can't open a bank in America called Fred's Bank. Oh,
Frederick can.
I get it now.
Frederick can.
Mm. Well, you have to have a big name like Security Federal Savings and Loan. You can't have Fred's Bank because nobody trusts Fred's Bank. But we trusted Fred's daycare and
Right.
Fred's health services and adult daycare and wellness clinics. And
Right.
do you know there's I forgot to say last night, but there's a doctor that's getting ready to go to prison. He got his license revoked in 2025 because he gave a stack of blank prescription forms and said if they come in and they pay cash, give them whatever it is that they want and sign money. Well, they said you didn't even see the doctor, and one of the people that they signed this prescription for the medication, the son died because he was It was either an overdose or he was allergic to the medication or whatever, and he passed. So this is how this doctor got convicted of just writing out whatever they felt like writing out. And so they asked the doctor. Now, I want you guys to listen real carefully on what the doctor said. They said, how did you do that? Why did you do that? You take a hypocritical oath that you are there to help people if they're sick and you are there to take care of them. And he said, quote unquote, that doesn't pay for my yacht. Now, in saying that, I mean, that was pretty stinking honest, right? That was, you don't get any more honest than that.
No.
How does he get to still walk the streets and take advantage of people like that? After a comment like that, now you're going to be doing it from jail, and you don't have a doctor MD license anymore. So, bully for you.
Guess what? Your yacht sailed away.
Your yacht sailed on without you, and somebody else is going to buy it for dirt cheap because guess what? You can't afford to make the payments anymore because you will be in jail. It's fascinating. It's just totally fascinating how people get away with what they get away with, and everyone just turns a blind eye to, you know.
Okay, I just have to ask, was he an American doctor?
No, I'm sorry. No, you had to go there, didn't you? Yeah, no.
Yes, I did. I had to do it. I bet you he was Somalian.
No, actually, he was from the southern side of the United States border. I mean, you can do that in his country, write whatever you want to, but you can't do that in America. But here, I'll just give everybody this. I'll just give you. I don't get it, guys. I'll never get it. It'll never happen. It doesn't make sense. It will never make sense. And there you go. It will never make sense how people get away with what they get away with. And the honest, true, hard-working people that don't want to do anything that are afraid of the laws and they uphold the laws and they walk that fine line. Yeah.
Well,
They don't make any money. They don't get ahead. They don't get ahead. Yeah. You don't get ahead if you want to work like that. But my thing is I couldn't live with myself. You know? That's like old Madoff with how much money? He made off with a lot of money. And it was a bunch of senior citizens that he stole their money. I mean, people have no conscience anymore. You can add that to no common sense. You know, no common sense, no conscience. I thought we were Sodom and Gomorrah, but yeah, I think we could be a lot of different places in the Bible that had festive activities going. I mean, they were something else again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch any of, since you didn't have your kids, watch any of the House of David?
I did not watch it today. I watched some of it last night.
And what did you think?
I watched the first 2 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's getting there. You know,
he's pretty humble, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's very humble.
Yeah. Yes. This is true. I think I saw I think the second one ended after Killed the Lion.
Oh, okay. And he went back, and his dad slapped him for disobeying.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, don't you think his dad was really mean to him because he's a illegitimate child? But he's really not an illegitimate child. He was married. David's dad, Jesse, was married to David's mom. It was just she didn't come from the lineage that the rest of them came from, so it was they didn't
Ah,
look at it as being a marriage. That's just like um, we didn't get married in the Catholic Church, so Clyde and I have been living in sin.
yeah.
In sin, and look, I choked on that one. We've been living in sin for 38 years because the Catholics will not observe and say our marriages were that we're truly married because you know,
Yeah, I know.
you know. So it's okay. It's okay. Do I believe that Jesse and his wife was married? Yeah, I believe that they were married just because wasn't the right lineage. I mean, come on, people. Whatever. Nowadays people don't even get married; they just live together.
I got married in the Catholic Church the second time I got married.
Well, there you go. Did you have to go to the Pope and ask for a divorce?
Yeah, I had to. Um, I had to go to the archdiocese
Mm-hmm.
and get my first marriage annulled,
Mm-hmm.
which because of the fact that we got married in a non-denominational church the first time I got married,
It really didn't count.
the Catholics didn't count it. So
So there you go. So, but how about the second one?
yeah, they let me get married in the Catholic Church.
Okay. And then when you got your divorce, they don't care. Things change.
I mean, I guess if I ever wanted to get married again, but yeah, those days are over.
You'd have to write a letter to whom it may concern,
Yeah, I wouldn't get married.
other than me.
Yeah, I wouldn't get married in the church anyway. So, you know, I'm good with that. I'm good.
Go to the justice of the peace.
Yeah.
Or you can just live with them like everyone else does nowadays, and then they say, "Well, you know what? We're married because it's considered common law." So there you go. The
Or my
longer
son can just marry me.
everyone can marry everyone, you can get online and you can get yourself a
That's,
license to
that's what my
marry
son
people.
did. That's what my older son did. He did the ceremony for my younger son.
No, see, there you go. Just get online, get yourself a license, and you can marry whoever you want to. And it's hey, that's how good it is.
I
Life is
didn't, I didn't mean I could marry my son.
no,
Literally.
no,
I just
no,
thought about that. It's like that sounded really whacked.
no, no. I mean, you could marry whoever you want to, and it's legal, and that's that. I've got a cousin that went online and got his license, and he's now can marry whoever he likes, and you can. I always thought you had to go to school and go and be all of that, but I guess not. You can just do whatever you want to.
Hmm.
The laws that we used to have that slowly just keep disappearing into the dark. I wonder if they pay rent. All those laws. You think they pay rent?
Nah.
You think that those children that aren't at those daycares in Minneapolis, do you think they pay rent?
No, because they're all on Section 8.
Oh, they need to be paying rent because I am like all up in arms that these poor Minnesota people that they're trying so hard to make these poor Minnesota people pay for the money that somebody just gave out willy nilly. And it's like, well, and do you think it's just, I say Minnesota, but do you think it's just Minnesota, really? Do you think it's just Minnesota? Because I'm going to say, if we got to really look in, I'll bet you it's a lot more states than just Minnesota.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
The fraud is everywhere. And it just happened that one came to the forefront quicker. That one, and I'm sure Dearborn is getting its fair share of money flowing into it like milk and honey.
Speaking of,
Hmm.
you know what our wonderful governor just signed a bill for?
What now?
21 cents more for tax on gas.
Why?
Because she's a bitch.
Well, I don't think that's a good enough reason. Here's the deal.
And it goes in effect.
We keep seizing all these ships with all of these millions of barrels of oil. We're not really paying for it. We should get our gasoline for free. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let me rephrase that. We'll pay the workers that turn the oil into gasoline.
Right.
And then, so
Right.
it would be pennies on the dollar. Yeah.
And was it the day before Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve? Gas was $2.61. The day after Christmas, gas is $2.87.
Do you know what our gas is here? $2.14 a gallon. So we're $2.14 a gallon because we're closer to where they're bringing the ships in, and we've seized. No, I'm just joking. We're getting the oil first. I'm sorry. All of it sounds ridiculous. When you get to looking at all of this and you start to listening to all of this, it is the most ridiculous thing for you to wrap your brain around that I've ever heard.
Because what I don't understand is that you guys are paying the same price per barrel as we are. So why is gas different? Why is there a different price from state to state? Because of the taxes. That's why.
That's exactly why. Yep.
Because you have a normal governor.
Well, I don't know if he makes all the right decisions, but he's making some good ones so far.
We just have all the retards.
Okay, so this is what I heard about the Somalian money. All right. All of this money that I made the comment last night, and I had, forgive me, part of it went to the Somalian people in Somalia. And then what are their little Houthi, Hezbollah, Hamas, what are their ISIS? What are their little people called over there? The Somalians? I'm not really sure. But some of the money went to those people, to, what is it, Alibaba and the Four Thieves. So that money went to them, right? And then a bunch of it got filtered back into the Democratic Party.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. They found that and traced it and found it. Now, is it going to take $9 billion to pay off people to get, who's running? We're getting Kamala Harris. If we don't do something, this is who we're going to get. Think about that.
I really don't think they have a prayer's chance in hell.
Well, I didn't think Vine did either, and he got in there. So I think that if everybody's allowed to vote, and you don't have to take any proof of citizenship, and you can just walk in the door,
Well,
and
that's the
they'll even
problem.
tell you, and they'll tell you here, and they're saying we got to make everything paper ballots. All right, I agree with that. I agree with that. Let's make everything a paper ballot. But you can't go in there because you can't speak English or read English, and the person can't sit there and say, "Okay, now check this box because this is the person that you." You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. If you can't speak English, more than likely you're not a citizen.
All right, and you shouldn't be there. But you know what? They're letting everyone vote. We all live here and we all get to vote. What do they know? What do these illegal people know about our government and our system and the people that are on it?
They
What
know
do
that the Democrats are just giving them free money. That's what they know. Get them people back in there. We need money. We need money. Give us our money.
we could if we get these people in, we'll get free money. Free.
Right.
It's all free. It's free. And then the silver will continue to work. Right? I said that last night. Gold is a retired king and silver is a retired employee
Mm-hmm.
worker. So the silver will continue to break its back and pay its taxes. And we'll just keep paying it out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that we don't even know. That we
Right.
don't even know. And here's why I'm laughing so hard, because what's going through my mind right now is, and you can't talk to them, and you can't talk to them to tell them that, hey, do you know that this is illegal? And you can't get this way because they don't understand English. All they know is just give me the paper stuff that I can go to the grocery store and spend.
Well, that's what I want to know. How did they even get on welfare and get child care help and all of that if they can't read English?
Because we
Um,
have people that are filling out the paperwork for them that can speak English. You know, they're all helping each other.
no,
I wish
and
somebody would help me. I made a comment. I said, "This is what I believe I would like to do." There's an old saying that says, "Follow the money."
right,
So I'm gonna follow the money to because they don't want to live in Somalia. I'll go over there and live in Somalia because that's where all the money's going, right?
right,
And then I'll say, well, somebody needs to help pay my rent, and somebody needs to help me with
right,
my groceries because I don't have any money. I came here without anything.
right.
So you need to help me pay my rent and feed my 100 kids that live in the dark that nobody ever sees. Because poor little Joey needs to eat,
Right.
and then maybe I can recover some of the money that the poor Minnesota people paid in. No.
That's ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I you know, I mean, I can only imagine what our grandparents are doing in their graves.
No one in my family has ever. Hi, Cam, ma'am. It's all right. Better late than never. We're glad you're here. We're talking about how wonderful it is to be of a different ethnicity,
Ethnicity.
right? Yeah, I never have been able to say that word. And if you want to be a Somalian, then you can be a Somalian and you can get paid for it. And then you can say you have 100 children and they can live in the dark and they don't have to pay rent. And nobody has to pay rent that lives in the dark. And then the government will just keep pouring money upon you because you're entitled. Because why? Because I don't know. Because I don't know. Because it doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense. They say follow the money. Okay, well, I'm going to follow the money. And I'm going to go to Somalia and see if I can recover some of it.
What if
Yeah.
we take Somalian names and we all file for welfare?
The first
And
problem there,
housing,
they would make me pronounce it, and I couldn't even pronounce it.
what?
Their names.
Ahmed, Akeem.
Ahmed. You know what, Kim? This is the thing. This is what I'm talking about. The things that
Hi, Apple.
the things that lurk in the dark that don't pay rent, right? That should have to pay rent. All of the stuff that lurks in the dark that we don't know anything about. You know, they were okay. So we were all hot, fired, hurry, and oh, everyone, get ready, get your popcorn. We're going to release all of the e-files so that everyone can see what old Jeffrey did. Well, all of the files that I've seen have been basically the same. They haven't really released anything. And and I watched a person that told all the rich people's names on the e-files, right? These are all the people that were on the island, right? And I'm going to tell you honestly, without a shadow of a doubt, I did not know one of those people's names. I don't travel in the circles of all of these people. And I was like, who's that? Oh, he's a rich artist from blah, blah, blah.
All I have to do is put a bunch of A's, H's, M's, and U's in there.
I mean, you're still trying to figure out how you can get a Somalian name. I'm trying to figure out who's who and what's what and how you become on the rich list.
That ship has sailed for us.
Kim, I heard that they are very violent people. And if they are half as violent, even half as violent as you say they are, they need to go. That slow boat to China, well, they need to be on that slow boat to Somalia because we don't need them here. But here's my question to you. Who do you think that we can thank for them being here? And who can we thank? And
Oh, wait. Who is the border czar? Camel Toe.
yeah, and they said that Obama brought over Omar. They are thieves. You're right. They are thieves. They're thieves. It's Alibaba and their 40 thieves. And then, when you start looking at who's related to who, that's related to who, that's related to whom, and you start getting all that together, Donna, I have asked everybody for prayers for Holly that she's sick. I'll bring it up again for the people that are just coming in. Donna has a very good friend of hers, and they are sick. She is very sick. So if we could all say prayers for her tonight, we would really appreciate that. She needs our prayers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, we got Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, and and then we got a mob. Really, really, guys, when you start to look at it, the mafia is like born again, and it's called something else now, and it's not called the mafia. Pelosi is Newsom's aunt, and Schiff is married to George Soros's niece, and Hillary Clinton's daughter is married to George Soros's son, and it goes on and on and on, and they're all related.
I thought that she was married to a Rockefeller.
No, she's related to a Soros.
Oh, I thought she was.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. She's related to Soros. So all these people are related, and they're getting richer and richer and richer, and they're sitting in the dark. And in the dark, nobody has to answer any questions in the dark, right? Because you're in the dark and they don't see what you're doing. Well, I think that when you're in the dark, at least you have to do is pay rent. You know what they did? You're right. Obama brought them over here.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
know,
And you know what?
Yep.
They're rich now because they're in America.
Oh yeah, yeah. Coming to America. Because we'll give you some free money, and what do you think? Here's my question: do you think that if I went over there and could learn their language, which I can promise you I can't even say their name, I can't even say their names, but if I could learn their language, do you think they would give me any money to? I mean, I bet you over there in Somalia that they live in tents. The poor do, and they don't give them anything. I bet they don't give them anything.
Or like wood shacks that are falling down.
Yeah,
falling apart.
Yeah, yeah, and they probably have to pay taxes there too.
Did you hear that Mr. T said that he was going to try to make property tax obsolete in every state?
You know what? Hallelujah.
He said nobody should ever have to miss one payment and lose the house that they've worked so hard for.
Yeah, because if you miss a payment and somebody comes in and pays your taxes, you lose your home. And the taxes could be little or nothing, and they can take your home. You pay years and years and years for a structure that they have dug holes in and put laid pipe and did everything else that you can't just move anywhere you want to. It's not on wheels. And we have to pay taxes on this property until we die. And then whoever buys it continues from there and continues to pay the taxes on it. That's
line. Especially when they raise taxes every year.
It's criminal.
It's the same house.
It's a crime.
The same house. So how do the taxes go up?
Well, because they say the economy goes up and the house is worth more money. Oh, and then house insurance, right? Your house, it would take us $100 billion to pay to have your house rebuilt. So we're going to charge you. I mean, I'm being facetious here, but they're saying that my house would run $286,000. Plus, I would have to pay 3% of that.
That's messed up. You guys have to pay that 3%. We don't have to do that.
Yeah, we have a 3% that you've got your deductible of 2 or 3%. And then you have, and it would cost that much money to rebuild this home. Everything's basically laid down already, the plumbing and everything. I don't believe any of that. House insurance is a scam. Car insurance is a scam. And you know what they do to you? If you're over here in Hurricane Alley, what they do to you is they charge you so much money because, some people don't have hurricane insurance. So FEMA goes in and helps them. And where do you think the money comes from? The house insurance that you've been paying right along. So they go, well, we had about 4 or 5 big major hurricanes and then we had to rebuild a whole lot of things. So you're going to have to help us pay for that. Do you
No,
know, since Harvey and what I've had to pay every month, I have
I think
paid back plus what they gave me? Oh, yeah. And capital gains tax. You poor little sucker. You bought that house for $30,000 and you thought you were going to do really good 100 years ago. And now you're almost 100 years old and you've decided you're going to sell it and you're going to go live on a cruise ship and they're going to tax you on the money you made on it. Really? Really? I mean, if you look at it all the way through, the government is making money, and lots of it, so that we can
yeah,
send it.
yeah, Donna, my mom's is the same. Hers is plaster.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, so they say, well, we're not going to pay out on that because you know what? They don't make that anymore. So we're just going to have to tear your house down and rebuild it. I'm sorry. I have been giggling on how stupid our government is.
We'll
It's
rebuild
all
your house.
absolutely ridiculous.
We'll rebuild your house, but it will all be drywall now.
Yeah. Yep. It will be drywall. And if you are playing your music past 10 o'clock and your neighbors hear you, we will come in and issue you a ticket. A
Right.
fine because you are disturbing the peace. I mean, you can't wrap your head around all of this because it's so stupid. It is so stupid. Our
Do you
property taxes are supposed to support the schools too, but I live in Refinery Row, where when I walk out the door, I'm breathing whatever it is that's coming from their smokestacks and everything else. And yeah, we got some nice looking schools, but we don't have any kids here because
Yeah,
nobody
Donna,
wants
ours
their
do
kids.
too. And ours pays for the fire and the police department too.
Well,
But
and we don't have any kids here because nobody wants their kids living in an area that they have to breathe all this stuff
well,
in.
and that's the other thing is how many people are now homeschooling their kids and they're
Yeah.
still, somebody was on Facebook the other day and she says, we never used public schools, but yet I still have to pay for the schools.
Right. Right. And you know what? What about the people that don't even have any school kids, that don't even have any children that still pay? You know what? I mean, it's asinine. Do you know? Okay, and then how do they propose schools are funded? Well, ask the Somali people that have daycares.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You gotta laugh at that because, honey, I don't think that Minnesota is the only state that's doing this.
No.
I think
No.
you're gonna find that there's more states doing this than just Minnesota. Yeah, we have volunteer fire departments too, and they don't get paid. They don't get paid to go out there and fight a fire. They're volunteer.
No, we have
Nobody's
regular.
paying them anything. I wonder if the Somalians would like to fight fire. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is not funny, but sometimes the only thing I have to do is laugh at ignorance because it is
Mm.
all of it. All of it is nothing but ignorance when you really get to digging into it. You've got volunteer fire department. You got people taking of their own time that's working another job, by the way, making their money to pay their taxes. But if my house starts on fire, that's who I'm getting is the volunteer fire department to come help put it out. So it could be my neighbors, and then my insurance is going to charge me oodles and oodles of money to rebuild it.
You want to talk about stupid?
I mean, I'm going to
We
change my
we
name
had
to
we have our county has somebody that is, puts out there anything that's going on in the county, car accidents, house fires, whatever. Somebody called one of our local, and it's not far from me, local police departments, 911, because they got fired from Burger King.
Merry Christmas, Teddy, and Happy New Year to you
Merry
too.
Christmas. Yeah,
That's
they got
Teddy.
fired from Burger King. They got fired from Burger King, so
Uh-huh.
they called 911.
So they called 911 because they got fired from Burger King.
Hmm.
I know, KMM. It's just not. You know what? It's not. It's not funny. It's not funny. None of it's funny. The point that I'm laughing is they think that we are so ignorant that we
Yeah,
don't see it.
yeah.
They have the nerve to look at us and say, we funded these daycares because they have 109 children, but not one child has walked across the threshold of that school.
And I wish that our government would quit calling these people in to testify and then don't do anything about it.
Right. When are they going to be held accountable for it?
Right,
That's what I want to know. And you
right.
know what? If I have to write a petition from this great state of Texas for the state of Minnesota, I'm going to write, how dare you think that you can charge these people who have been paying to you for years in tax paying money to make them repay back the money that you ignorantly gave away? How can you do that?
Well, and it's not even like you write a check every week to the government for your taxes. They just take that shit right out. They just, whether you like it or not, they just take it. And taxes, the law never changed. They're still voluntary.
Oh, I believe that, KMM. I can guarantee you that that's something you can take to the bank that the politicians are paid off. And you know what? And I don't blame you for not wanting to go skate at the rink where people are hanging out. When you feel unsafe in your own country,
Right.
it's time to get these people out.
Yep.
They don't follow the same laws that we do. They don't have the same morals that we have. They don't have the same anything that we have. And you know what? If they want to live like that, then go live like that in your own country. Why don't we find, okay, wait a minute. I just came up with an amazing idea. Epstein's Island is not being used for anything. It's a pretty good size, right? Let's send them all there and they can do whatever they want to there, and they can have their own government. They can do whatever they want to. How about that? And then they can leave us alone. But let's make sure the moat is pretty deep around that island where they can't just come over here anytime they want to.
Or
That's
better
what
yet, let's just make the island like Alcatraz.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't we give them their own place? Because they don't want their own place. They don't have any money.
We will give you that island, but we won't give you anything else. Come up with your own banking system, come up with your own
Right.
currency,
Right.
come up with everything on your own. But here's this island you guys can have.
Right.
Since you don't want to go back home.
That's right. That's
since
right.
it's so bad.
You can hang out in the parking lots of your island and do all the bad things that you want to do that you have no morals and
Right.
no conscience to stop doing, right?
Right.
When did people become they have no fear of God? I'm sure it was years and years and years and years ago. But I tell you what, there is a good Lord and he watches over all of us. And you know what? I would hate to meet my maker and be one of those people in the parking lot that have done something bad to somebody.
Well, because they don't
Just,
believe in God. They believe in Allah,
oh,
which
well, the
I
Alamoli's
know.
not going to get them anywhere.
I mean, there's a whole different. I mean, we have a lot of names for God too, but we don't preach death to infidels either.
I do not believe one word of that. I don't think Minnesota promised them anything 3,000 years ago because you know
Minnesota wasn't
what?
even Minnesota 3,000 years ago.
I know, right? We've only been around 2026, right? We haven't been here 3,000 years.
Mm-mm.
So that doesn't even make sense. That's how stupid these people are.
Exactly.
United States needs to open her doors to people and give visas to more people. What? Apple, we need to get the people that we've got here out and take care of the people that are here that aren't being taken care of.
Right.
We've got people that have fought this country that have PTSD that are having a hard time with life that that don't even know
Right.
whether they're afoot or horseback because our government put them in a situation that they didn't ask for. And then when they come back and their minds all mess up, they go, okay, well, you know what? Sorry, one more down, 300,000 to go.
Right.
No, we need to take care of our own. I'll
And
guarantee you all the other countries are taking care of their own. They're not taking care of us if we went there.
right, exactly, KMM. That needs to happen everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think if you're not vetted and you don't want to come here and all you want to do is come here to cause havoc and trouble and you want your life given to you for free and you
Mhm.
want us to give you a handout and then you can do and act any way you want to because there's
Right.
no consequences, then
Right.
you know what? You need to go home.
Right.
Sorry. You need to go home.
I
And we
mean,
need to take care of our own.
think about that. They are taking food and housing away from our people that need it and could use it.
Right. Do you know, speaking of that, did you, when you watched the Nick Shirley thing and when he was going through Minnesota
Mhm.
and all of those buildings were empty. They were
Yeah,
empty. There was
they were
nothing in them.
that was just
Wouldn't it be
red.
nice
Yep.
if they really were a legit business and there were things really happening in these buildings, but instead they're empty and they're getting their rent paid?
Yep.
None of that makes sense. None of that makes any
Nope.
sense.
Nope.
Oh, but you know where it's getting filtered? Right back in to the Democratic Party. It's all a front. You're right. It's all a front. A big laundering Ponzi scheme. You know,
Mhm.
they must have learned it from Madoff. With
Yeah,
all the
that's how they're laundering money.
right.
Pay it to this, and it gets right back to them. Oh, really? Did they?
Oh, yeah. Did they? Yeah, they bust them in from where? For one day so that they can make it look like because Nick
Right.
Shirley disproved and showed them wrong. And you know what? That's so funny because that's exactly the way they spelt it. Learing instead of learning Learning. That's exactly how they have it on their boards.
Yep.
I, I,
And
And what do they and what could they teach them? Are they going
they
to
can't
teach them how to
pronounce
talk
our
Somalian? Are they going to teach them Somalian? Oh,
25.
25 kids.
Wow.
Wow. Out of how many businesses? 25 kids. Would they put one kid per business?
No, you know what? That was probably just 2 households.
No, what they probably did is they said, we're having a bring your kid to work day.
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to see the records too, Donna, but they're never going to show us that. They don't want us to know.
Nope.
I'm going to tell you what, the real mafia, the real true Constantinople, the mafia, you know what happens when they stand up? And they may just do it. What happens then? I don't know. We're headed in the wrong direction, and people are getting tired of their money being spent in the wrong place. They're getting tired of working so hard to get nowhere. They're getting tired of not being able to get ahead. And KMM, they're getting tired of being afraid to leave their house after dark. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not what our country's all about.
No. My first husband had a Italian mafia hit out for him. He called me, help me.
Well, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
So, you know, let's just because it's still around.
Oh, it's here. It's here.
The mafia is still around.
Yeah, it is.
So I just say,
Where's Scarface when we need him?
right. And some of them guys, maybe their conviction should be overturned. Just say it.
No, really. I mean,
And let them out.
did they do something that was so bad that these other people haven't been doing to us right now and getting away with it? I mean, I told you about the judge in Nevada that had a tunnel underneath their house and they found 23 people chained, women, 23 women chained in a room getting ready to be trafficked. And what happened to that federal judge? They're not even talking about it. I'm not even talking about it. But you know what?
Didn't the mafia just get rid of bad people anyway? So, maybe we should turn the other cheek.
Well, the mafia tried to they tried to uphold laws that they felt were critical, and what happened? They basically had the old time, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Maybe some of them should be
reinstated.
Huh?
Reinstated.
Pardoned. Maybe they should be pardoned.
Oh, yeah, pardoned. That would work.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can reinstate them.
Yeah.
But that's another group that has a lot of money that's sitting on their stack. Remember that song? I'm on my stack. Keep your hands off of my cash. Yep, they're all doing that. They're all while we all work and trying to make a living and have a blind eye to what's going on till it gets to this point where you can't close your eyes anymore. You just can't. You can't walk down the street at night in fear of somebody jumping out of the dark trying to do something to you. You can't. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it is.
Right.
It's gotten to that. It's gotten to that, Donna. It is a turf war. And they're interfering with business. And the FBI doesn't want to do anything because they're getting their palms greased.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? There you go. Apple, there comes a time that you have to armor up. You know, in the Old Testament of the Bible, they did a lot of fighting, didn't they? They fought all the time. And
They were always fighting.
and they were always fighting, but they were defending what they thought was right. Right?
Right.
And we just sit here and go, oh, you know, it's okay. I'll pay for you and your 100 billion kids that you don't
Right.
even have that are living in the dark. You
Right.
know, I mean,
Right.
you can only open your heart and be sharing so far, and then there comes a time that you can love or love from a distance. Yep, there it is. There it is, Norm. Money, it's a gas. Well, I'm all right, Jack. Keep your hands off of my stack. Money, it don't give me. Yep, yep. That too. That's it. It's a hit. Don't give me none of that do goody bullshit. That's the truth too. I'm telling you.
Yeah, KMM. You know, I really am so sick of hearing that word investigating. Stop investigating and start prosecuting.
Apple, this is just the beginning. You know, we have to investigate the drug dealing, we have to investigate the sex trafficking, but we also have to investigate the fraud, and it's happening right under our noses, right
Mhm.
here, right under our nose. And instead we're going, wait, what happened over there?
Yep.
Really? I don't care what happened over there. I want you to take care of what's here in front of me right now. And then I'll worry about what's going on over there.
Yeah.
There is so
Yep.
much fraud under Americans right now that it is unbelievable. And, you know, we should be living a lot better, and all of us, not just all of us should be living a lot better because we pay enough. There's
Yep.
enough money that goes into that government that you can't tell me, with all the people that are paying, that they can't make things, that they have to give $9 billion to the Somalians.
Mhm.
My mom called them the Somalians.
Uh, uh, Connie, it's that time.
It is that time. I have had a lot
There
of
you
fun.
go, KMM.
You're
Absolutely.
right. Make America
Everyone,
safe
make it
again.
rich again. Make it safe again.
Hmm. Yes, make it safe again.
You know, I mean,
That's the
yeah,
big
and
thing.
you know the thing that really pisses me off? Do you know how hard it is for good people that want to come here to get a visa?
Oh, they can barely get one.
Do you know how hard it is?
Yeah, you know how much it costs for them? $750 to take the test. These are people that have come here with no money. They're working their butt off, 2 jobs, and we want them to pay $750 to take a test to become an American citizen. While all these others are running rampant all over everywhere, and they haven't paid a dime to be here, and we are paying them to be here, and they're not learning anything about. They're doing their own thing, and they're living the way
Right,
they lived back in the country they came from.
right. Yep.
You know, maybe
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
this is what I have to say. This is where I want to end this. In the Middle East, years and years ago, going back as far as Adam and Eve, these people have fought with each other for all of these years. Millions and millions of years, they have fought with each other. The Palestinians or the Pharisees didn't like the Sadducees, they didn't like the Syrians, they didn't like the whatever, and they all fought. They fought forever.
The
And
Amalekites.
now they're bringing it here.
The Philistines, the Romans.
They fight. They like to fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we're not a fighting country. Not like that. Not like that. So
No.
take all of your fighting and your chaos and all the stuff and go
Right.
home where you guys like to do that, because we don't
Right.
do that here. We
Right.
don't do that here.
Right. All right, guys. I love you.
I love you too. We'll see you on Sunday because Thursday is New Year's Day. Let's say a prayer for everybody that everybody has. Dear Lord, please let everybody have an amazing New Year. Let's
Thank
begin our New Year with excitement and joy to you, and everything that we do is all in honor of you. Amen.
And everybody have a safe New Year's. And don't forget to hit the like on the way out. And if you're new here, because I see there's quite a few people in here, if you like what you saw, hit subscribe. And we'll be back on Sunday. We're usually here Sunday, Mondays, and Thursdays.
Yep.
So
Good night.
happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.